third, 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 I, third, 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 I.
All right, you're on deck with Third Eye Cam. All right, so right here we got a. All right, so that looks. All right, you're on deck with Third Eye Cam, and same date and time should be about 6. Oh no, I'm sorry, 5:12. Just wanted to take a look at the sky again. I'm seeing a chemtrail going past the sun. The sky's pretty much blotted out with patches, so there is a little bit of blue showing up, and I'm seeing a little bit of asteroidal freaking extract from the sky, like right here in that patch. You got a little patchy planetoid, and there's the sun. And of course we're going to zoom in. I got a planetoid over here piercing through the cloudage, and it's got a spherical spin on it. All right, so right here we got a planetoid peering through the clouds, and it's got a little spin on it as far as a sphere to it. And over here we also got another anomaly. It's probably a planetoid or asteroid. You can see the clouds coming off of it. Definitely that one right in the center of the camera. So they're showing up. We got a square in the sky, so I saw this earlier approaching. So why is there a square in the sky? So would that be an asteroid? It's got a little tail on it, or is it a screen, some kind of screen to block us out from seeing what we need to be seeing, as far as it being a planetoid or something? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Get past the trees. So right here you see this big square in the sky. Matter of fact, I'm gonna back my camera out so you all can see it really well. And I apologize for the children. They've been cooped up for days and they don't know how to act. All right, so that looks like a square. It might be more round, but it's coming off as a square. Up here, I got a planetoid, some kind of planetoid with an asteroid around it. And over there is some kind of sphere. Okay, I got something lighting up right here. It's probably possibly a sundog, which means the planet's about to go through. And there's my other planet. There it is. Right there above the sun. So we're gonna zoom in on it. All right, above the sun in its 1 o'clock position, we got a planetoid showing up. Looks like a planetoid. I might be jumping the gun, but it looks like that. You know what, and I apologize for these kids. I could beat all of them with the belt. But hey, that's just my old school in me. I'm kidding. Got my square opening up. Got my square opening up. I'm gonna be forced to change positions to get away from this crowd, so we're gonna start walking. So hang tight. All right, we're Oscar Mike. That means on the move, and I want to get this planetoid in as it's pushing on from west to east. Like I said, this is indeed a planet over our heads, and it's rotating away. The Earth is rotating away from the sun, and so is this planet rotating away from the sun from its perspective, and that's why it looks like it's constantly moving on. All right, so over here, more asteroidal anomalies in OCG. See the tail of a Mr. Magic chemtrail egressing away from the sun, going northeast as the sun is traveling west. And now that I'm back into a clear area, here's my open spot, which has got to be something. Okay, there it is. That is a planet, people. I can see it. So it hole punched through the sky. Let's see. We're seeing a stripe going across. Let me see. That's part of the planet right there. Let's go wide. All right, so I think we're seeing a piece of a planet that's rotating across. That's a stripe. That's a stripe down there. Landmass above my head and cloud and atmosphere. So let me see if I can triangulate this right. If the planet's there, rotate down, back over this way. Yep, there it is. Rotating around that way. So I need to get out in the clear so I can really see it. But yeah, he just crossed under the bottom of a planet. That chemtrail. That's my speculation. I want to see if my analysis is correct. Because if it is, then we should see this thing change shape here in a second. Like I said, I really think if these are indeed planets, they're getting closer. I don't think they're going to crash into us. I hope not, because that would just obliterate life totally. I think they're passing through. They're just going to push off on you. We're all going to push off on each other. It's probably going to cause some major earthquakes. If that, I hope not, because I do not want to get swallowed up into the ground and get jagged rocks into a jagged grave of jagged rocks. Okay. Looks like my planet is coming out. Like I said, look how these clouds are swinging around. They're swinging around in a spherical position. And then you look lower, landmass. All above my head, the blue water. That's not our sky. It's a darker blue. Lighter blue is at the horizon. I think these planets have gotten closer to us, and now we can't really make them out because they're that close. And I think they're all over the top of each other. I think that's a totally different planet. That's a different planet. Another different planet. Because I'm seeing like a lot of circular spheres kind of phase in and out upon one another. Like this is a sphere by itself. That's a sphere by itself. You see it? And over here is another sphere. Or they might be conjoined, I don't know. We got a sphere right here, a total sphere, you can see that within the clouds. And OCG. We have another sphere right here. You can see that clearly. Ain't no mistaking that, and that's not the clouds. It's an actual sphere. Don't worry, we'll draw it out. And we got a rainbow pattern of a so-called sundog. That's more than likely an OCG. Right here you can see the bottom of this planet. It's there. You see the terminator where it divides from the regular sky. So it's down there at the horizon and it's bending up, around. Trying to make sure I get it right so y'all can see it. And the light from the sun is bending slightly around it. Yeah, but I definitely know that's a planet. Look, there's a Mr. Magic Chemtrail. All right, so we got Mr. Magic Chemtrail tracing across the bottom of this planet. And like I said, I've gotten really good at this. I've been watching for 2 years straight, and before I couldn't figure it out. And these planets were further away, but now that they've really showed up for 2020, and I'm really starting to catch them, they're easier to pick out. That's a whole nother planet. That's probably Nibiru. This planet over here is probably Atu. This planet over here is Yuri. You know, and I scoped it Yuri wrong. Let me see. No, I scoped it right. Those clouds on it are bending in a weird way. Yep, so there's Mr. Magic Chemtrail passing up under. And let's do this again. So expanding further out so that we can see the sky more. This section is Nibiru. This section is planet Atu. This is one of the moons. Probably Atu and Yuri. And I see my dang rainbow. Okay, hold up. And that's planet Yuri. Now, there's my rainbow. So, you know, I'm gonna lay down for this one. So hang tight. All right, so this rainbow bending away from the sun. There's the sun, and there's a rainbow bending away. You can see the outlay of the planet. So this rainbow that I've been tracking for the longest, you can see it really well. Let me make sure I get it in there. that's encompassing a planet. And you can see it bending all the way around from there. I really know what I'm looking for this time. All the way around there until it fades out. So whatever planet that's passing around us is projecting the rainbow into our atmosphere. And I'm gonna keep my camera on this rainbow. And you see the OCG directly above my head. Now I'm laying on my back right now. I've literally, let me show you. I'm laying down. Look, my rainbow is coming out, so I'm gonna spin around, spin my body around so I can see it, so the camera can see it. There's our rainbow. Let me go wide. All right, this is at my widest, so you see this planet directly over my head. Jesus Christ. See the dark shadow, and then you see the rainbow. And I'm laying on my back. So this is the dark side of the planet right here. Back here, all back here. That's the side that's being lit up. There's the sun, and there's my rainbow, and it's getting ready to show up really well. So again, you can't tell me that there's not a planet above our heads. And you can see the OCG, and yeah, you can see it. Now watch, I guarantee you Mr. Magic Chemtrail is gonna come flying out of nowhere. Wow, look at it light up. That is the planet's whole, that rainbow is the planet's atmosphere from where the sun is refracting onto it and lighting it up. Now it's starting to fade out. Now I would zoom in, but I'm gonna zoom in a different way. Right now we're gonna get this entire light up of this planet. And look how it's going. It's like literally crossing all the way over there. That's the front side of the planet. That's the back side. And look where our sky terminator is. The dark side is showing up. And you see the clouds. That's where our sky begins. Let me go back up to this planet. Yeah, we got to get this. Third Eye Cam ain't playing. I'm laying on my back literally. And it's nothing. Don't even bother me. Okay, my rainbow is starting to disappear, so that means this planet is moved out of the sun's rainbow coalition effect. Out of the sun's aperture. And that was me dropping my phone. I've already dropped it once. I hope I haven't broken it. It's still lighting up. Okay, so you see where the rainbow just darkened out? This is the dark side of the planet. Literally. You can see the whole planet. And like I said, I'm on my back. Light side of the planet, dark side of the planet. Back to our Earth atmosphere at the horizon. That's the whole planet, people. Trust me on this. You just saw the rainbow. And we're gonna sit here and look at it until it changes. Now the planet is moving, so that's the border of it right here at the bottom of the camera. And that's the top of it at the top part of the camera. And these clouds are just a mix of its clouds and our clouds, but yeah, it's definitely a planet. And I'm surprised no Mr. Magic Chemtrailers came. Now I can see the OCG, and you can see the tails coming off the OCG also. Oh, and there's my crater right above my head. Let's zoom in on it. So it's got a little bit of a asteroid and crater mix into it. And you can see them moving on. Like I said, there's the light side of the planet and there's the dark side. So that side is dark already. That's what's bending towards the Earth. And this side is kind of lit. And like I said, let me see. My asteroid, oh, there it is. There's an asteroid passing right there in the middle of the camera. Y'all can see the craters of it. We're going to point it out. This is exciting. Gets no better than this, like for real. Until these things actually show up better. This is very exciting. There's another asteroid right there. So you got a cluster of them, as Sam Hoffman calls them, orbital or object clustering groups. I keep calling them orbital clustering groups because I got my mind set up on orbitals for some reason. And I also call them ACGs, and that's just augmenting from him. There's my asteroid moving on. My planet's still moving on. You can literally see it. But you did see the rainbow. Showed up very clear. My planet's going that way. Let's zoom out. All right, there's my planet moving on. And it's pushing actually on the clouds, you can see. And the reason why I'm showing it to you upside down, I'm on my back. So once I turn around and actually, as it gets past me, I'll turn around and actually put it in a more upright position. Up there is my rainbow again. It's showing up on more of the planet. And it's getting really thick. Let's zoom in on it. All right, so there's more of the rainbow. So that planet is still sitting pretty much static in that same spot. And if you look through the rainbow, you can actually see terrain around the sphere. Man, this is exciting. And there's the sun. Like I said, the sun is going west. And the time is 17:30, 5:30 for my civilians. But we are catching the planet. And like I said, I'm literally on my back. Literally on my back. On the ground, on my back. There's the ground, there's my leg, foot kicking up, boom. And there is my rainbow. Let me see if I can get it. Here. It's my rainbow. My planet's sort of headed back that way. A lot of OCG. All right, thought I came back. I had somebody interfere with why I'm laying on my back, and he's pretty much sat here and laughed like a Jake. Because he asked me, I'll put it like this. If you see me doing me and it don't set well with what you got going on, just leave me be. Now I'm up here doing work on some serious level. Y'all see the rainbow, y'all see the OCGs, y'all see the planetoids that I'm pointing out to you. And this little turd walks up and asks me, hey, boy, what you doing? What you doing? And when I explain to him what I'm doing, he kind of laughs it off. So that right there makes me really heated. When you're going to be an ignorant black Jake, and I'm going to say it, you being an ignorant black Jake and trying to mock me for doing something that's above your head, above your pay grade, above your thought process. And I would want you to leave me alone because it might be bad for you. I don't really like dealing with a lot of people these days because they're very ignorant. And I'm very scientific and very highly much so intelligent. I've never been confined to a small part of the world. I've actually gone around the world a couple of times and done a lot of things. Over here you see a sundog, part of an OCG. Let me go back to my rainbow. This guy just interfered with my whole deal. And normally I wouldn't tell you all about this. Oh, there's a Mr. Magic chemtrailer coming in that area. I normally wouldn't, tell you all that there's people interfering, but I'm letting you know how real it gets. And I stopped my recording. And the only reason I stopped my recording is because I did not want you all to hear our conversation, but it was real sharp on my point. And I'm really hard on people who really come around me with a condescending attitude, who are not as intelligent as I, and they try to belittle me because I'm doing something that's totally different from what they're used to. And they try to call themselves trying to berate and belittle me. But you know what? They're walking around with their pants sagging, looking stupid, got the damn hair all over their head and looking stupid even more, but they're interfering with me. And I still keep a military grade haircut with a beard. And I'm super intelligent. Did I mention that? Yeah, I didn't fail to mention that. But there's my planet. That's right. You can see it right above me. So it's a dark sphere right here. You see the sun. Dark sphere right above me. It's showing up really well on my camera. It's got a rainbow hue to it. Let me zoom in on that rainbow. So you see the planet, sun. You can see the planet above me, and it's like literally in a sphere. Now, I'm gonna sit here for a minute, and the rainbow is about right there. Trying to keep the sun out, but you should be able to see that rainbow. And you can actually see the landmasses going across. That is not cloudage. That is landmass. All that is landmass. And no matter where I turn my camera, you can see the sphere. Let me back out a little bit more. You can still see my rainbow. at the base of this planet right here. And it looks like there's a little moon too intercepting. Yep, there's a moon. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. So you see the moon, there's the sun. Sundog, look at my sundog. Real clear. Let's zoom in on it. So you see my sun and my sundog. And then you see my rainbow right here. So I got all three of these. Let me see if I can zoom in and get them all in. Perfect. The sun, the sundog, and my rainbow above my head. And my rainbow is starting to show up real bright now. Look at that. So there's my moon, there's my rainbow. Let me get them all in there. That's a planet. That's the base of a planet that the sun is hitting. And it's showing up real good. Really brilliant. Jesus Christ, let's zoom in on that. All right, so there's my rainbow. Showing up really well. There's my sundog and the sun. And I want to focus on this rainbow because that's an actual planet, atmosphere. My planet's back here. And there's my, let me make sure I'm hitting on it. There it is, center of the camera. I'm gonna try to stick my my dog. Oh, I can't do it. I'm just gonna try to get all three of them in there. Let's go back to my sundog. It's also refracting really well. My rainbow. So all this stuff is showing up really well. I'm planetoid. And of course nobody can see it because they're all idiots. My sundog next to the sun in the sun's 9 o'clock position. And like I said, my rainbow. And you can still see my planetoid above my head. All right, my sundog has disappeared, but the sun is still there, and my rainbow is still there, but it has faded slightly, so we can still see it. And here comes Mr. Magic Chemtrail. So look who we have here. Mr. Magic Chemtrail is going to approach and bisect across my rainbow. There's my rainbow, and that's a B1 Lancer. You can hear his engine too. Let's get him in there. These guys are something else. So he's coming across the bottom of my planet, and there's my rainbow still showing up in the clouds. And Mr. Magic Chemtrail is rolling, passing. I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a break and I'm gonna come back. Third Eye Cam. All right, Third Eye Cam back real quick. I had to take a quick break and address something. The time is 17:50, 5:50 for my civilians. And my planet is still over my head, but it's been covered up since it's departing from away from the sun. I think that's it for me seeing the rainbow off of it, but it is definitely, you can still see it. It's shrouded in clouds, but look at the dark. Everything that's in dark is the actual planet. So I'm gonna wrap my day up once I get this, and I'm just gonna walk out to my same spot. Now I did see a chemtrailer going that way. You can see his trail going all the way right at the tip of that tree is where he's ended, going into the cloud. But right here's my planet. You can literally see it above my head. Literally, all that. So I'm trying to get out away from the trees in the building and get my last sighting of it before I call it a night. All right, so here is more of my planetoid Yuri passing on. Set the horizon. Like I said, R2 is above my head, and we still got the. I'm gonna lay back down in my same spot. Get past the pole actually. I can still see the rainbow of it. So let me go ahead and kick back. All right, so there's my planet still above my head. It's gonna be moving slow all day, and you can see where Mr. Magic Chemtrailer just vectored right through it. It's back that way. Let me zoom in on my rainbow before it goes away. All right, so my rainbow is right there. Right there in the middle of the camera. My planetoid is back this way, but you can see it right here. And it's been more than about 10 minutes since I last showed that. Approximately about 10 minutes. And it's still holding that same position, even though there are more clouds covering it. It is still holding that same rainbow formation that arcs away from the sun. And you can see the sun is settling already past the clouds. And my little planet moon that's accompanying that should be somewhere here. It's kind of lit up right now. Actually, that's it right there in the black. Like I said, my planet's back here. The border of it's rainbow. I can still see it is fading. It's right there. And then the moon is right there. So the moon is rotating over. It's gonna rotate over us and then more than likely pass that way as the night goes. And you know, if I stayed out here long enough, my brain is moving faster than my mouth, so I apologize. Got real excited to see that rainbow. And it's being covered up, so we're gonna end up calling it. But yeah, my moon's right there. You can see it. Planet's right there. The sun is settling. And that's pretty much the end of our day. And then I come over here and you can see where our atmosphere is. This is our Earth atmosphere right here. That's our Earth atmosphere, and this is the planet, that the terminator that goes into the planet. So it's been an interesting day. That's my west, my north, my east, my south, and planet Atu and its moon and the Nibiru above my head. Uri is over this way, shrouded in the cloudage, and it's very close, so we can't really see it. Somewhere in this section right here. I can kind of make it out, but it's way over there. And like I said, the sun. So my planet's going this way, and our atmospheres are doing the atmospheric handshake, so it's going to be a lot of cloudiness as we keep going on with this. Please smash the likes, please watch, please subscribe, and please share. This is Third Eye Cam, and this portion of my video, as we go on to further videos, we're going to get into some really heavy topics other than the sky. The sky is my passion, but now I got to really start teaching some lessons from a man point of view. Third Eye Cam, it's been a pleasure. Oh, there's another planet right there, planetoid. It must be my moon. Yep, that's my moon. Finally rotated where we could actually see it. So my planetoid is actually over this way. But it's been a pleasure. All right, poof. Third Eye Cam.
Third eye Third eye